Merry Monday, friends! I don't know about you, but I can't think of a better way to start the week than with a little radical retro turtle toy talk. The title of this video alone is pretty much a dead giveaway as to who the third winner of the Radical Retro Turtle Toy Talk viewers poll is. His specific species seems to vary among different turtle verses, so whether you want to call him the awful alligator or the crazy cool crocodile, he will always answer to the name Leatherhead. Leatherhead is one of a handful of characters that appeared in every turtle cartoon and comic continuity, as well as a vast number of the video games. With the exception of the Archie comic where he was born a man named Jess Harley, Leatherhead's origin is always that of a normal gator or croc coming in contact with mutagen and mutating into a humanoid form of each respective reptile. In most turtle timelines, Leatherhead is actually a homie to our half-shelled heroes, even if he does have an occasional anger management issue. However, in the 1987 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon and corresponding toy line, Leatherhead is anything but a buddy to the boys. In 1989, Playmates came out with the first Leatherhead figure. This grouchy gator came clad in yellow pelt vest, patchy blue pants that are held up by a yellow rope and red suspenders, and brown boots with a hat to match. Leatherhead's skin, while not quite, leathery, is still of a bumpy texture like the scales of an actual alligator. He has a swiveling neck and shoulders, two ball-jointed hips, and a swiveling tail. Despite having clearly defined arms and legs, Leatherhead looks more like a gator rearing up on his hind legs than an upright walking two-legged being. To top it all off, Leatherhead features a hinge-jointed mouth, enabling him to gnash his nasty teeth as he chomps and chases after the turtles. Leatherhead's carnage-causing contraptions consist of his turtle trap, swamp gun, and jumbo gumbo belt. The turtle trap is basically a hinged bear trap, but, for turtles. The swamp gun, with the exception of being solid red, is a somewhat realistic-looking pump-action shotgun. What's also cool is the way that Leatherhead's left hand is perfectly sculpted to hold the swamp gun, complete with the finger extended to fit on the trigger. When he's not using the swamp gun, Leatherhead can put it in a holster on the back of his jumbo gumbo belt. Also on his belt are a dead turtle, a crayfish, ammo pouches, and other swampy stuff. The 2003 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon gave us another version of Leatherhead, this time a crocodile rather than an alligator, and in 2004 Playmates gave us a figure to match. Aside from both being members of the family Crocodilia, the two incarnations of Leatherhead are really nothing alike. Like most characters from the 2003 series, the 2004 Leatherhead had a much more basic appearance than his colorful 1989 predecessor, making him a lot more accurate to the original Mirage comic. His clothing consisted of a purple belt with white tape around his wrists and ankles. The 2004 Leatherhead's skin is much less lustrous green than the 1989 figure, but he still has the same bumpy scale texture along his spine, tail, and snout. The somber expression on his face accurately reflects the 2004 character's downhearted demeanor and duly distinguishes him from his 1989 cartoony counterpart. The later Leatherhead figure has a much different physical build than the first one. As was mentioned earlier, 1989 Leatherhead hardly looks like he's even walking erect. Leatherhead from 04, on the other hand, is a much more imposing figure who stands straight up, looking down over anyone loony enough to light his fuse. All 8 of his articulation points are swivel joints, and include his neck, shoulders, wrists, hips, and tail. This Leatherhead's hands feature 3 spread out fingers each, making it impossible to wield a weapon in them. This is where his totally tough tail comes into play. 2004 Leatherhead's only accessory is his tail armor chained to a massive mace ball. To crush creeps with his caudal appendage, All you do is insert the tip of his tail into the armor, and then press the knob on his left hip. Leatherhead's tail thrashes to his right, flailing foes as the mace ball flings forth at full force. I love it when a less frequent character like Leatherhead has a figure from both of the Playmates Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles toy lines. It's a load of fun to compare the various versions of the same character. With that said, whether he's slinking in the swamp or sulking in the sewer, Leatherhead is a cool character with two terrific toys. So which Leatherhead is your favorite? Is there anything I missed that you would like to add or ask about? Well then go over to www.radicalretro.com, sign up for the forums, and fire away! Radical Retro Turtle Toy Talk is a part of the Pop Culture Network, which is the most primo place to find videos, podcasts, and articles covering all sorts of sweet stuff, like other toys, wrestling, comics, TV and film, and much, much more. Enjoying what we're up to at Pop Culture Network? One of the best ways you can support the site and keep it producing is to shop at the Pop Culture Network's own store, which is constantly stocked with all sorts of awesome merchandise that you know you've just gotta have. Leatherhead and I loved having you here, and we hope you'll be back next week for the fourth and final reissue winner of the Viewer's Choice poll here on Radical Retro Turtle Toy Talk. Stay rad, friends.